Okay, good morning, Rob. How are you? Where are you this morning? Are you in
Good
Toronto?
morning. I'm actually in Hamilton. I'm in Hamilton.
Okay, all right. I didn't think Hamilton, but that's very close. It's all good.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the film. I want to ask you, I mean, for someone like you, who obviously is a musician, who loves music, who grew up with music, to be able to make a film like this, showcasing some of your amazing talents, what a gift, huh?
thank you. Thank you so kindly. Yeah.
What was it like for you to be able to do that?
It's you know what? It's a little about me. Obviously, yeah, I was 10 years in the music industry and then got very, very, very lucky with acting.
Yeah.
And taking one thing that I grew up with and then going to another thing and trying to find beats in it and then having this opportunity was a dream come true. I get to showcase many hats,
Yeah.
definitely, but it also just felt very cathartic to speak of things that I had done in my past
Yeah.
while creating future things, and then all basing it through, Ricky in this specific movie. Yeah.
Exactly. I wanted to ask you about that because when you look at what Ricky is going through, here's a guy, he just wants to be able to share his music. That's what he loves.
Yeah.
It's his thing, right? But as we all know, struggling musicians, struggling actors, whatever it is, you got to take the bar jobs or whatever it is, and
Of
then
course.
do what you have to on the side to try and make it. And he's presented with this opportunity and he's not sure, but when you what I'm getting at here is when you want something so bad, do you sometimes set aside when you think maybe it's not right, but you just still go for it?
Still to date. Are you kidding? Yeah, yeah, and it's something. Look, when Dana and I decided to jump on and do this film, it was a very pivotal time in the industry, and to come from one thing and go to this and like look at what's been thrown into career, you make choices sometimes that you don't necessarily love, especially as a struggling artist. And but we're
Sure.
all lucky to say this from a little bit of a privileged side, but like
Yeah.
to play what our upbringing was something that hit definitely in the nose where you're like, I shouldn't be in this room, I shouldn't do these things, I shouldn't do this, shouldn't, while having the opportunity to shine with your art. So playing Ricky was something that, I mean, it just reminds me of myself in high school and building years of my life where I'm like, what are you doing? And it was very fun. It was very
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Well, for sure. But he also has a lot on his shoulders. To me, it looked like it was a bit of a tough role because it's pretty emotional. There's a lot going on here. And I wanted to talk a little bit, not just about the music stuff, but the scenes where Ricky has to go visit his mom.
Mm,
And, you can see he's such a loyal son. He is devastated. His mom's lying in this hospital bed. You don't know if she's going to live or die or what's going on, but he's so loyal to her. And it made me think about, I wanted to know about the loyalty that you got from your family growing up. I know you're really close with your sister and
mm.
your parents and how supportive they were for you with your career and where you,
Um, that's a fantastic question. I wouldn't be here without my family, to wake me up and to push me. And when talent shined through at a young age, my mother and my father, and especially my sister, pushed me in the right directions to go follow that dream.
yeah,
And playing someone like Ricky sadly hits a little too hard on the nose, where I went through this with my mother, and so it was less acting, more re-experiencing and letting go of a chapter of my life that I didn't necessarily want to relive. And I
mm,
think as an artist, it's our job to be vulnerable with situations that most people tend to numb. And so with this film, I'm like, I can't numb this, I can't suppress this anymore. Um, you have life in this hand and you have your career in the other, and how do you balance, right?
yeah.
And that's why Ricky was Ricky and Rob in this was it's very pivotal to go through and like shine on the positivities of the people that have pushed you
Yeah.
and know where your weight is. And so yeah, I'm very grateful to have such a supportive family
Yeah.
and go from there. Yeah,
That's great. That's so good to hear. I think that's so important in anything that kids want to do or whatever as they're growing up. I think that's fantastic.
absolutely.
Um, this one too, you're also a producer on it.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? Like, why are you putting so much pressure on yourself, Rob?
You know what? Because first off, it was an honor to produce this, and it's also great to put your hands in things that you want to create. That's not necessarily, from the outside looking in, it's not necessarily, people don't ring on your door saying these are the jobs that you want. So you have to
Yeah,
create them, and you have to
yeah,
find a family of people that are willing to put you out there. And I've been grateful to be able to be a part of this producing team and bring in friends like Fender Guitars and other people to be like, hey, we're doing this film, uh let us shine, at the top capacity. And yeah, it is definitely a lot more than I thought, and I love it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love it.
Good.
I've done so many hours of the acting thing, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what's next, what's next, what's next? And I think that's important for all artists to understand is, you're going to get a level of, you're going to climb that mountain one day, and then you're up there and you're alone. So do you jump off, or do you start climbing another mountain? And I think that's so important. Or you just
yeah,
stay plateaued. So,
yeah. Oh, Fender
so
was okay with you destroying a beautiful guitar.
they sent a few of them. It hurt me more than it hurt them. Believe
I can
me. I'm like,
imagine. I can
yeah,
imagine. Yeah.
my God, I miss that guitar.
Oh yeah, that was painful. I'm a mom of a guitar player, and I just was like,
Yeah, I miss it. There's pieces of it in my apartment. So that's, at least
I'm
I
glad
kept
you
it.
should frame them and put them out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. With a little tear.
Fantastic. As you said, you've been acting for so many years. When you're on a show like Riverdale,
Mm.
obviously, it brings a whole new fan base and it opens, you up and the other stars of the show to, what an experience that had to have been. How did that change your life? And then when you finished it, make you think, okay, going on to the next chapter?
That's a great question. So I like to tell the story. I moved from New York to Vancouver to do an indie film, and I did the indie film. I met the Riverdale cast. I got the job. We filmed for a segment, and then it came out. I had my routine in Vancouver at the time. I'd go to a
Yeah,
Starbucks, and then the day that the show aired, that Starbucks looked at me very differently, and I had no idea how to react to it. And so it definitely changed in a global scale. I started taking films globally and doing things, and really playing into this fan base, which was great. And then how it ended, my character arc ended right before COVID. So we
right.
had this rise of things and offers and everything, and then the industry shut down. So
Yeah,
this 100 Lies was kind of that pivotal moment of getting back to work and saying, all right, well, I think it's time to reset,
yeah,
uh, rather than plateau at a level of, what Riverdale brought, which was great. And obviously there were other shows in that, but
sure.
yeah, Riverdale was what a chapter, what a chapter. It definitely kicked my butt into this new world of pop culture, specifically, of like,
Yeah.
wow, this is fun, and I learned so much from it. So I'm grateful,
Yeah,
very
good
grateful.
stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was fun to watch you on that show too. And yeah, and great cast too. Like, did you make some good
Yeah.
friends on that show?
Yeah, KJ is one of my closest homies. We had a band for a while to alleviate
Yeah.
our long days of filming. We would just go and play him being a musician as well, be
Yes.
like, let's rent a studio and just play music today and get out.
Nice.
And yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So just to wrap it up, you've got another film coming soon, Art of a Hit, which was shot in France. I mean,
Yes.
wow, how cool
Yeah.
was that? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So my arc in Art of a Hit, actually, so it's a period piece. It's the film is based in 2004 about a struggling band. My character is based in the 1996 chapter of that, loosely
Nice.
based on a Cornell style rock star, who inevitably goes on to do his own thing, and it haunts their chapter of their newfound success. So it was a really fun little job where I got to go live in. It was the ex-manager of the police owns a castle outside of France, and we shot where the police have cut most of the records. And
Wow. Oh my
what an
God, just
experience.
got goosebumps.
Yeah, just, and we got to live in the castle during shooting at the time, and speak to Miles. His name is Miles,
Yeah.
Copeland,
Cool.
the brother. And so
Yes.
it was fantastic experience. I'm very excited for that one. We have a lot going on this year. So that's
Yeah.
another one where I get to play a musician, and
Good
maybe
stuff.
I'm done with musicians, but they're so fun.
No,
They're
but
so
you
fun.
still play in a band? You still do that? Like
I
you're
still do session work. I still do
yeah,
session work, and I obviously, scoring this film, and that's
right.
been a part of my next endeavor for projects upcoming, where I tend to find my friends who are not, swarm with filming, who are in the music world, and say, "Do you want to score this movie I'm working on?" or something like that, and like
Yeah,
it at least keeps us busy, or we do pop up concerts and stuff like that. But yeah, still
amazing.
heavily involved in music. Yeah, of course.
Good to just the music in the film was really, really good. Is that your stuff? The
Thank you.
song?
Yeah. So me and when I was a touring musician, my producer was Gavin Brown outside of
Yeah.
Toronto. And so me and him collaborated again on this. I believe we printed 7 songs. I don't remember how many went to the film, but yeah, the main songs are all me and Gavin
Wow.
kicking my butt into making them hits. So yeah, it was really, really fun to put that hat back on and be like, I don't know what I'm doing, but
No,
I
you
think it worked.
certainly do. Well, you fooled me, my friend. Listen,
Good.
congratulations on everything. You really are. This film was great, and can't wait to see the next one and everything else that you've got coming up. So, thank you for your time this morning, Rob. I really appreciate it,
Me
and
too.
have fun in Hamilton.
Thank you. Yeah, it premieres tonight. So, Bonnie, thank you for everything. I look forward to
Oh,
meeting you.
my pleasure. My pleasure. Have fun tonight, and best of luck to you, Rob. Great speaking with you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you. You too.
Okay,
Bye
bye
bye.
bye.